Hello guys, welcome back to Adventure Dream Team channel. My name is Ksenia and today we'll continue opening up the North Caucasus region in Russia. In this video I will give you a short overview of the region and also answer one of the top questions that we usually get from our tourists, from our travelers. Is it actually dangerous here? So if you're interested, continue watching this video. First of all, let me explain why I'm constantly emphasizing that we're talking about the North Caucasus region. Have a look at the map. This mountain range that you see in the middle is the Greater Caucasus Ridge, which goes from the Caspian Sea to the Black Sea, so from the east to the west. Obviously, it divides the north and the south, so the South Caucasus or Transcaucasia is basically the countries of Georgia, Armenia and Azerbaijan. So when I'm saying the North Caucasus, it only applies to the Russian part of the overall Caucasus region. What you should also know about the North Caucasus region is that it's not only the term that we use here, but also a very important cultural and historic district in Russia. It brings together 6 republics, which are Karachay-Cherkessia Republic, Kabardino-Balkar, North Ossetia, Dagestan, Chechnya and Ingushetia, and another administrative unit which is called Stavropol Krai. Culturally, this region is also very diverse. So all these republics which I mentioned, they all have different religion, different languages, different cultures, different cuisine. So as you can imagine, 15 million people living here, they are all completely different. And when I'm saying that the language is different, it doesn't mean that we have dialects here. It means that each republic has its own language with its own rules, which are completely different from the Slavic group languages. Of course, Russian is still the main language here, so it is spoken everywhere. And if you travel here, it doesn't mean that you won't understand people if you speak a bit of Russian. No, like the local language is of equal importance as Russian. So kids are learning that at school, they are speaking it with their families, but the official language for all the documents is still Russian. So I can continue talking about this for a really long time because I think this is what makes our region really unique and really special. As you can imagine, this diversity may also cause some kind of conflicts and some problems here. And that is what you've probably heard about our region, that we have some conflict areas here and it's not very safe to be here, because even now the embassies of some countries, they don't recommend travelers to come here. Which is quite understandable because 20 years maybe is not such a long period of time. However, it has nothing to do with the reality. Yes, there were some bad events that happened 20 years ago, but now the situation has dramatically changed. And just have a look at, for example, how Grozny looks like. This is the capital of Chechen Republic. Look at those places, look at those buildings. They are just so beautiful. And yeah, they're investing their money because they now do have money. They invest in safety, they invest in developing their region. And I've been there myself, and you know, I've been traveling a lot also in Europe and yeah, in a lot of countries. And yeah, it's basically the same there. Of course, there are some cultural aspects that you should know, but I will talk about them later in this video. And if the pictures do not seem to be so convincing for you, look at me. I've been organizing hiking tours since 2013 and I know about safety almost everything. Especially when I organized my first tour in 2013, I thought about safety a lot. I've been doing a lot of research. Of course, these mountains are very special. You cannot compare them to European Alps because there all the borders are open and people can easily cross them and go from Austria to Germany or from Italy to France or any other direction. But the Caucasus Mountains, they have strict borders, and basically you cannot go from Georgia to Russia as it was in the Soviet time. There were some mountain paths, and yeah, there was actually quite a happy time. And now you have to make actually the border passes that would allow you to go to these pre-border zones. And yeah, if you want, I can also make a video about that. Just let me know in the comments below if you're interested to know more about this. However, yeah, there is no problem with safety there. And yeah, actually we never had any single point that would make us doubting in that. And yet I would like to give you 3 very important tips in case you are planning to come and to travel in this region. So my tip number 1 would be to plan your trip in advance. I know many of you guys prefer making no plans and just being spontaneous and changing the plan every day. Yes, if you're lucky, it can work out. However, you're taking some risks. And especially if you're planning some day trips and you don't really know the schedule, or you don't know when the bus would be coming back from your destination, or if you want to travel here by car and you rent it in advance, and then you think that, yeah, okay, I can stay overnight in my car next to some village or in the village, and then during the night someone knocks on your door, in your window, and asking like, hey, what the hell are you doing here? Yes, this also can happen, but not because the people are dangerous here or something else, but just because for them you are also a weird person, because nobody does it like this here. So simply, if you don't have enough information, you can get in the awkward situation and not knowing what to do, how to do, and especially how to communicate to the other people if you don't speak Russian well enough. So yes, just predict as many situations as possible. Try to make plans, try to search information online, try to check some blogs, or contact me. I would be also glad to help you. So do as much as possible beforehand, and then you will thank yourself afterwards. So my tip number 2 would be to consider a cultural aspect. As I've mentioned, this region is very multi-ethnical, multicultural, and also we have different religions. So please make sure before going to some republic, check in advance whether this region is maybe Muslim, maybe you're not allowed to drink alcohol outside, maybe you're not allowed to wear certain clothes, or maybe there is some other hidden rules that you would like to know before going there. Well, I would say that it is still quite okay to do such things in places like Pyatigorsk or Vladikavkaz, because we are not Muslim regions, and people are quite, you know, modern, so it's not such a big deal here. But if you go to Dagestan or to Ingushetia or Chechen Republic, please make sure to be as neutral and as polite as possible. And my tip number 3 is to pay attention to details. This region is actually super friendly, and people are nice, and they try to feed you as much as possible. They want to invite you to visit their houses. So this is just a part of their culture. So you don't have to hesitate, and yeah, feel free to make friends with these people. So it's absolutely fine. However, as in any other place, there are some other people who think you are stupid and who want to charge you double price for their services. So one of the things, and maybe the only, is the taxi drivers here. I don't know why, but here they're super active. There is such a competition, especially at the airports and railway stations. So they fight for you. They come to you and they try to pick your bags and say, yes, let's go there, or where do you need to go? I'll bring you there. So they're super active, and this is super annoying and what I hate a lot. So it doesn't mean that they only do it for you because you don't speak the language or something like this. No, they also do it for the other people, and they want to charge double prices from you. And yeah, this is just how it works here. I don't know for what reason, but yeah, that's the thing you should pay attention to. If you have someone to help you with calling taxi, please do that. Also at the airports, they usually have some information desk and you can ask them to call the taxi, and then you pay the exact amount that it is shown on the screen. So should be no problem with that. But if you go for the private taxi, yeah, I would say it's not dangerous at all. It only means that you will pay a bit more than that. Sometimes it actually makes sense because the regular taxi, they might be busy or something else may happen, but if there is a private taxi, okay, you'll pay maybe double price, but hey guys, this is Russia and this is not super expensive here, so it might be not so bad. By the way, in Adventure Dream Team, we also can provide you with such services like organizing your transfer from airport to some destination or helping you with planning your trip. If you want to get help, please let us know. To conclude this video, I would say that it's just very important to be a responsible traveler. So Google your information online, do your own research, go to some Facebook groups and ask people who have already been here or who live here for some information, for some tips, and yeah, your travel will be fine and safe. So guys, thank you for watching this video, and please let me know if it was useful for you by putting the like here, and see you in the next video. Bye!